Hey guys, I know I haven't tuned in for some time. Looking a bit like shit today, feeling a bit like shit too. I guess it's a hard time for everyone at the moment. We're having things chucked at us energetically, physically, mentally, spiritually. We're being presented with everything we need to let go of all at once, because it's like, hurry up guys, get to that point where you're able to start creating new. And we're going a bit slow at the moment. We're falling behind a little bit, so we're all getting a massive push, whether we like it or not. But seeing it as that, knowing it as that, knowledge is power. So that makes all the difference. Yeah. I guess where I'm currently at, I don't know, I feel like I'm pretty much empty. I sit in quiet most days now. There's nothing in my head really. Energetically, I've got shit coming at me. I guess the bigger we get, the more we attract. The more we attract, I guess I look at it as training to be the strongest. I'm not taking it as a bad thing. I'm taking it as a good thing. It's got on top of me today. I've had enough today, especially when your kids are being attacked energetically as well. Like, it's pretty full on. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I know it's making them strong as well. And seeing it all for what it is, all my realities have been shifting and changing day after day, as I shift and change day after day, which you all probably are as well. I don't know, like I'm seeing the world in a whole different view. I know I've spoken about it before, and like, I guess the last few days it's just become clearer and clearer. And to me, I guess I'm sitting in the middle finally. So I'm sitting in neutrality. So I'm not sitting on a side. I'm not sitting in dark. I'm not sitting in light. I'm sitting in the middle. So therefore, both of those sides to me are the same. So because they're sitting on one side, they're working at half power. Middle is full power because you're owning both sides, combining it, and you're sitting in the middle. Mentally, physically, spiritually, humanly, accepting all for what it is, you for what it is, brings you to the middle. Balance in mind, body, spirit, male, female, human, spiritual. Balance, basically, true balance. So, but yeah, the way I'm seeing the world, like, I don't know, we always had a vision, I guess, having sat in spiritual for quite some time. I haven't been sitting in it as much, but having sat with spiritual people and being a spiritual person for quite some time, which I no longer like to call myself or define myself by that word, as giving yourself a title actually starts to present limitations to you. It's like a label, and there's certain ingredients that come with that label, and I don't wish to say that I contain a limited amount of ingredients, because I'm growing every fucking day. But yeah, like, as I was saying, like, the last few days I've been thinking, like, I guess, about the sides, about neutrality, where I'm sitting and seeing it for what it is. And I don't know, we had this vision of light rising and taking over dark and changing the whole world, but then they're still working from a place of control and ego, superiority, and they're gonna do what the dark has done. Yeah, so that would then make the light then dark, because they're the same as what was coming for them. Yeah, so I guess the whole thing is, we had a reset 2 Christmases ago, and the reset was about letting go of the old, dismantle, in order to make a space to be able to create new. And I think a lot of us saw it outside of ourselves, in our environments and bits and pieces, whereas that whole dismantle was about us as a person, as an individual, working on ourselves to get to that place. Empty space, neutrality, in order to bring in the new. So I feel like I'm there at this present point in time, and I'm seeing everything. I am everything different. Totally different to what I was a week ago, a couple of days ago, years ago, nothing like. So for me now, there is no dark or light. I can see everything is the way it is because it's meant to be that. That many lifetimes, or all lifetimes since the beginning of time, there's been struggles and wars. There's been light taking over dark and dark taking over light, but it's always working from one side. I know I've spoken about this before, but it's so much clearer now. So the dark consumes the light. They take over a planet, a country, a civilization, whatever. So done, flattened, and then it ends up dismantling itself anyway. The light takes over the dark. They then become the dark because they're sitting in control and greed, and they just took out someone that was doing that to them, so they're just as bad. We have the chance this lifetime to get to this place and space of neutrality, which hasn't been created from before. It hasn't, because there's been people that got to this place and space. Don't get me wrong, we've got archangels, we've got ascended masters, we've got all those energetic beings up there that guide and support us, that got to that place and space, that supported people, that supported civilizations. But there was never enough, I guess, global energy. There was never enough people that got to that place and space for us to create from. You can't do it just from one person or two people or three people. It has to be a shared energy. When it's a shared energy, it is strong. It is fucking strong. So I know people have a view of the Illuminati and controlling the world and that, but like of late I've seen it different. Like, how do they have so much power? How do they control so much? Why do they control so much? And for me, sitting energetically and seeing what I see, do you know what? It hasn't been that energy that's been attacking me. It hasn't been bad energy that's attacking me. It's been clear energy that's attacking me. Clear energy that's attacking my children. That energy hasn't even come near me at all. Why would they be getting bigger and growing bigger and consuming? They're not actually taking over. I see that people are going to that energy because they can get support, because they can get abundance, because they can be protected, because it is a strong energy, because it's a growing energy. But people are being pushed from the light to that because of what this light energy is doing. This light energy is sitting there. This light energy is judging. This light energy is saying, we're going to rise up, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But they're actually just sitting there. They're not working on themselves. They're not going within. They're not doing their self-work. These people are joining forces. It is a joint energy that is growing because people are moving towards it, because they are drawn to it, because you know what, it's safe. This light energy that's been going at me, that's been attacking me, has been hurting my children. I'm not being pushed there because I'm sitting in neutrality. I'm not taking sides on any energy. The world is what it is at this present point in time. It just is. But I can also see that there is a new way that we can create. And if we all get to this place and space, I'm not special. I am no one special at all. I'm just like you and every fucking other person on this planet. We are no better than each other, no more special than each other. We all contain the same elements, It's a shared thing. All you have to do is work on yourself. All you have to do is do your inner work on your inner layers, and let go of all your old. Face your relationships, face your situations, all the things that are presenting at this point in time. Don't drink them away, don't smoke them away, face them. If there's a relationship that you're not happy in, go. If there's a job you're not happy in, fucking go. Stop living in fear of what might happen. Stop thinking ahead and going, but if I do this, this could happen. Could. Might. Because that's where we tend to give energy, into the unknown. And it's a wasted energy. Whereas if you stay in the present and you deal with what's facing you right there and then, you sit in your shit, you deal with your shit, it just goes. And everything starts to flow. I've been doing it for years now. I've been facing everything. All my relationships, family, friends, I don't know, kids, me, life, fucking everything. Everything I've had to face. I'm right down to the last little bit, which is managing, I don't know, abundance. That's my last little bit. Knowing that I am worthy of it. And I know I am. We all are. But if we all have the opportunity to get to neutrality, these people, we're all working from half power, right? So it's either dark or light, or I don't know, wrong nor right, or whatever. We're all working from half power if we're working from one side. If we're working from our female side, one power. If we're working just from our masculine, one power. Okay? When you combine it all, that is source. That is neutrality. When you combine all of you into the middle, you accept your light and dark, all that shit, that is all of you. When there is enough people in that place and space, we can start creating from that place and space. We start seeing everything differently. That side wants to come to here too, because they want power. This side wants to come to here too, because they want power. Full power. Not half power, not half power. Full power. When enough of us come to that full power, they start to see a little differently because their reality shifts and grows. They start to see a little differently because their reality shifts and grows. Then all of a sudden, we're on the same frequency level. We're on the same reality. We're all in the same place and space. And things start to shift and change. And we start working together. You can't have light without dark, and dark without light, good without bad, and bad without good. You can't have it. You can't have it. Because you need balance in everything. You need a comparison to know what one is. Don't you? You wouldn't know what that is unless you knew what that was. So we all need to get to this place and space, and I guess a lot of us, especially spiritual people, sit in the love and light. It's like if you stay in this place and space, it's safe, it's protected, no one can touch you. Love is the strongest energy. Love is everything. Love cures everything, conquers everything, but it's not. Love is but a feeling. We're here to have human experiences, and feelings are human experiences. We're here to feel. Because when you sit in neutrality, there is no feelings. There can be, because we're human, and I allow my human side in because I need that balance. If I deny that, I'm not being balanced, right? But when you sit in neutrality, you see everything for the way it is. As bad as some places and some things are, it is what it is because it's meant to be at this place and space, because this is what we move from. This is what we all need to see. We all created this. We all created this. Not one group of people, not one energy. We all created this. All of us. All of us. Joint effort in every single area. Joint effort. How? Because we were worried about everything outside of us instead of worried about who we were, sitting in the moment and in the present and working on ourselves to create a strong enough energy in order to work towards who we were meant to be, for that not to have occurred. If that makes sense. I won't, as I said before, I'm not calling myself spiritual anymore. I won't be defined by a label. To me, spiritual was being open and open-minded, but of late, I don't know, there's two sides of spiritual. Like, I don't know, it's limiting in every way, shape or form. I'm owning my humanness too. Do you know, I can go out and do a human job. I can go party humanly. I can take toxins humanly because I'm here to have a human experience. But I will sit and I will be one with Source. I will be one with Mother Earth. I will be one with me. And I won't call it spiritual. I'll just call it, I don't know, what do you call it? The other half of you? Religion, religious, spiritual, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But it's having balance in the two. But I think we're all at a place and space now where we've really got to stop and think. Where are we going? What are we doing? Are we doing it the right way? Has it worked previously? Because realistically, all we've been doing all this lifetime is trying to control areas of this planet, of the people. That's all we've been trying to do, whether it be through wars, whether it be through governments. It's all trying to control, because they never gain full control. It's trying to control, which has been the same as every single lifetime. Trying to control, which, you know what, whether you think you're a good person trying to help, guide and support, when you're leading and saying, this is how it is, this is my view, and I'm going to make it your view because this is the right way, that is control. That is ego. That is the same as this side, yeah? You're not being open to listening to everyone else's views and accepting all. The same as the other side. I don't know, it's pretty in depth at the moment, and I'm thinking from like a pretty, I don't know, open space, I guess you'd say. But you know what, we're all coming to this at this present point in time. I'm here and I've got this, as hard as it is, and I'm having a hard day, and I'm gonna fucking own it, and I own me and everything I do, and I walk in truth, integrity, honor, non-judgment, humility, acceptance, trust, belief in self. Our mind is one of our most powerful tools. Our imagination is the key to creation. I don't know, we are limitless beings. The only limit we put on ourselves is is what we think. And we've got to let go of all of that. We've got to learn to flow and trust and be guided by our higher selves, which we can all do. I'll leave that with you, and you can do this. We can do this, because it is a shared energy. But stop taking sides and stop looking at dark and light, and stop blaming people around you for where you're at, because you put you there. No one else. You put you there. You could have said no to any bit of around you. You could have said stop to any person or anything around you. You could have walked away from any situation around you. You put you there. No one else. No matter what they're doing, you are in control of you. And by sitting where you're at, by not taking any truthful step forward, you put you there. And when you take ownership of that, all of a sudden the fork appears in the road, and you can see new paths when you take ownership of you and where you're at, and stop blaming. Stop blaming the weather, stop blaming the partner, stop blaming the kids, stop blaming the job that you can't leave. Stop blaming. Sit there and go, how do I move from this place and space, and what do I need to do? What do I need to face today to start walking through? And it will come. I love you guys, and I will tune in soon. Sorry it's been so long, but yeah, I think we've all been going through shit at the moment, and it will get easier. I'd say halfway through May. We've still got a bit to go. We've still got some layers to work through. But if you need support, reach out. If you need to talk, reach out. Like, you've got friends out there. And you know what? I'm here too. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.